And joining us now to talk more about the state of the economy is Mark Vitner. He is a senior economist at Wells Fargo Securities. Welcome, Mark. Nice to have you here.
Good to be back with you.
So we heard some pretty downbeat news from FedEx a bit earlier in our program. But on the other hand, confidence among some key components of the economy, namely builders, is high. So as we go into this holiday season, what are you expecting?
Well, the further you get away from the global economy, the better things look. And the U.S. is largely a domestic economy. And so we're holding up very well among all these trade winds that are blowing out of the trade war. We're looking for pretty good sales this holiday season. We are going to be up against some weak comps from a year ago because the reported retail sales really plunged in December of last year when we had that 1,000-point sell-off in the stock market.
Yes, but the calendar is working against retailers this year. Thanksgiving is late this year. I guess you think that means we're going to see more discounting in the month of December. Is that the idea?
Yeah, Thanksgiving comes about as late as it can. It comes on the 28th, and that means that Cyber Monday will occur in December. So the bulk of online retail sales will show up in December. That should give us a real strong sales this year relative to last year. But a lot of consumers like to go out to the stores and look at the merchandise and then come back and buy it online. With the compressed timing between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, I think it's going to be a good year for brick and mortar retailers too.
Mark, what does this do for the Fed in its decision tomorrow, given what FedEx said? There is a global slowdown and it does affect the U.S. What are your expectations?
Well, the volume of international trade has fallen over the last year, and that's something that you really don't see outside of a recession. So I think the Fed has to cut rates. They have to give the economy as much downside protection as possible. We think they're probably going to cut rates again in October, and then probably take a step back and look and see how things are holding up. But we've got another rate cut in the first quarter of next year as well.
Very quickly, Mark, before you go, it occurs to me that with the trade war and the tariffs, that many retailers bulked up on inventory early on this year. Did they overdo it? Is there a possibility of that, do you think?
There's a possibility of that, but I think sales are going to be up 5% year to year. There hasn't been a lot of goods inflation, so I don't think the tariffs are going to be much of an issue this year. Certainly, if the trade war intensifies, that's going to be a problem for 2020. But I really don't think the trade war is going to show up at retailers this year.
On that note, Mark Vitner at Wells Fargo Securities. Thanks, Mark.
Great to be with you.